what if I told you all that I have a plan for something really awesome that I'm going to do after I die? That's right, after I take my last breath in this body, I'm still going to be helping others. Hello, I'm Rachel Long, and today I'm here to persuade you to become an organ donor. I'm an organ donor, and I have been in the state of Tennessee since I was 15 years old, and I have been nationally since about, well, just a few days ago. In doing research for this project, I learned that when I signed up at the DMV when I was 15 years old, and I got the heart on my license and all of that, I wasn't able to donate my organs across state lines. So that was only good in the state of Tennessee, and I had to sign up on a national donor registry to be a national donor. So this speech could still benefit you, even if you have the heart on your license and you sign up at the DMV, you could still become a national donor. Today, I will discuss why you should become an organ donor, how you can become an organ donor, and the benefits of becoming an organ donor. First, I will start by talking about why you should become an organ donor. And the biggest thing that stands out to me is that the list of people waiting for organs just continues to grow, and the list of people donating organs is staying about the same. So in this very blurry graph, this is people who passed away that were donors, and this is the number of organs received from these donors. So they can take multiple organs from you. It's not just like it equals. But then this line way up here are the patients waiting at the end of the year that are still waiting for an organ donation. So, I mean, this is a huge problem because there's just not enough donors to supply that massive number of organs needed. BANTAO Journal 2016 states that many people die on the transplant list every year simply because we don't have enough organ donors. And the Journal of Nephropathology 2015 states that we are currently in the worst organ shortage that the United States has ever had. I imagine all of us here are adults, and so our organs are going to benefit other adults. And this is important because according to the Journal of Heart and Lung Transplantation 2017, adults on transplant lists wait an average of 8.5 months longer than adolescents on transplant lists. Now that you know some reasons why you should become an organ donor, I will tell you how. According to the Journal of American Medical Association 2001, it is very easy to become an organ donor, and they're right. According to a Time article from 2016, Apple has an app where you can become registered on the National Donor Registry with just a few simple clicks. Apple CEO Tim Cook said that the idea for this app came from Steve Jobs' own wait on an organ donor list before his death in 2011. He was waiting for a liver transplant. This app is actually the health app that's pre-installed on your iPhone if you have iOS 10 or later. And it looks like this, and if you're like me, you probably noticed that you can't delete this app, and it's going to be there, and it's a little bit beneficial. So if you have opened the app before, then you already have your medical ID set up, and then at the bottom of that, you can click through to Donate Life has a page, and you just fill out the registration, and it's that simple. Just 4 clicks, and you're done. If you have never opened the app before, if you just kind of put it in a folder and ignored it, then as soon as you open the app for the first time after getting iOS 10 or later, then it will automatically prompt you to start the registry for the organ donor registry. Now, if you don't own an iPhone, that's okay. You can, of course, still be an organ donor. You can go to donatelife.net. It's just as simple. It's the same process. If you see this logo, you're in the right place. This is actually what I did just a few days ago when I discovered that I wasn't actually an organ donor. Now, another important part of becoming registered for an organ donor, to be an organ donor, is to let your loved ones know that this is something you're doing and that this is something that you're passionate about. Because according to Medical Update article 1997, even if you are signed up to be on the National Donor Registry, if you're in the hospital and you're dying and your next close of kin says, I don't want that to happen, don't take their organs, I don't want this to happen, medical staff can't do anything about it. So you need to make sure that everyone in your life knows that this is something you want to do. Now that you know how to become an organ donor, I will tell you some benefits. And I know you're all sitting here and you're wondering how on earth is it going to benefit me personally to become an organ donor? And the simple answer is, it won't. It's not going to benefit you individually to become an organ donor. But it's going to benefit mankind as a whole if we have multiple organ donors as a whole. So because of that, it's kind of like a pay-it-forward situation. My grandfather always said, you don't plant fruit trees for yourself, you plant them for your grandkids. So now we have a lot of fruit trees, but I don't think that was the point. I think the point is that even if you're doing something and it doesn't benefit yourself, you should do it anyway because it's going to benefit others, and that in itself is going to be a benefit for you in the end. In summary, I hope you all now know why you should become an organ donor, how you can become an organ donor, and the benefits of becoming an organ donor. I encourage you all to get on your phones later today or even in the little break before the next speech and just click through and sign up on the National Donor Registry. It won't take more than 3 minutes. Remember, your organs are going to be useless to you when you're gone, but to someone else they could mean life. Who knows? Maybe one day you could be on the receiving end of an organ donation.